Hello and welcome to the Treasure Hunter Variety Hour. My name is Liz and get ready to meet Brian the Creek Geek. He digs and finds some amazing relics and artifacts, and we are going to get to know him in just a few minutes. If that is something that gets you all excited, and I know it gets me really excited, then please consider subscribing to the channel. And you know the drill. You got to hit that notification bell and tell YouTube that you want to be advised whenever I go live or upload a video or a short. So right on, right on. This stream is sponsored by RADIOWORLD. Canadians can get all of your metal detecting gear and outdoor electronics in one place. 2 locations in Canada to serve you, Calgary and Toronto. And of course, on RADIOWORLD.ca. How cool is that? Right on, right on. And just a little side note here. Get ready in future streams for some giveaways sponsored by RADIOWORLD. That and lots of other good stuff is coming up. So how cool is that? Right on, right on. Everybody, I want to get this out of the way. Please, 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 please. Everyone hit the like button on this stream. It takes like a second and a half, maybe not even that much. I'll tell you what it does. It sends a message to YouTube that and the algorithm that people are watching this stream. They might even send it out to other people, and the amount of people in that chat, it's going to explode. That is a very, very good thing. Before I bring Brian out onto the stream, I need to say hello to each and every one of you, because if you were not out there, well, my goodness, it would just be me here, and that's not very much fun. So I am going to scroll all the way up to the very top of the list and say hello to each and every one of you. So right on, right on. First person in the house was the Metal Sharks from Florida. My goodness. I don't know about you, but I heard that Pensacola had a foot of snow. Crazy. My gosh. I don't even think they have like salt down there to like clean the streets and stuff like that. A foot of snow in Pensacola. Absolutely insane. Beyond insane. My goodness. Horde of the rings in the chat. What is going on here? Oh my gosh. Wow. If I just got a Windows update on the corner of my computer, and I'm not really happy about that. Okay. So hopefully everything is fine. We're still live, and that update will not happen right now. So let's dismiss that. Horde of the Rings, as I was saying, Horde of the Rings will be a guest on the show in 2 weeks. So stay tuned for that. And this is a friendly reminder to all of you that if you would like to be a guest on the show, send an email to diggingcanuck@gmail.com and we will make it happen. And if you have an idea for a guest, maybe you want someone to be a guest on the show, send me an email as well, and I will do my very, very best to make that happen. So right on, right on. Steve Shepard in the chat. Steve, thank you very much for joining us today. Coffee to go with Julie and MJ, also in the house. Thank you. My goodness, right on, right on. Chris, Yeti Mountain Trading. Right on, right on. Right on. Brian's already in the house. Right on. Brian, Creek Geek. And you might notice that I pinned a comment on the chat. I don't normally do this, but I thought today would be a good idea. Brian's channel, Creek Geek. Yeah, check him out. If you like what he's doing and the stuff that he's finding, then give him a subscribe. Right on, right on. Who else is in the house today? Patty is in the house. A Dirt Clod. Right on, right on. And oh my goodness, what is going on with my chat? Oh, My goodness, what just happened there? Adventure for Relics. Alan from Northern Ontario, a bottle digging guru in the house. Right on, right on. Who else is here? Nick Molnor is in the house. Right on, Nick. My goodness, thank you very much for joining. I do appreciate that. Right on. Good stuff. Piney Man is in the house. Piney Man. Right on, right on. Good stuff. Thank you for joining. I do appreciate that. Curiosity Detecting says, hi, Liz. Hi back. How cool of a name is that? Curiosity Detecting. Good stuff. Right on, right on. Mr. David Fraser in the house. Right on, right on. Good stuff. And oh my goodness, my chat keeps freezing every now and then. Not a good thing to happen. Not a good thing. What's going on? Oh my gosh. Now I got to go all the way back up there again. Tripwire in the house, and get ready for a good morning, diggers and diggets. Good stuff. Right on, right on. What the heck is happening with my chat? I tell ya. Let's go back up. Mandy's Candy in the house. Right on, Mandy's Candy. My goodness. Good stuff. No. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I don't want to miss anybody. I said earlier, cool name. Here you go. Cool name alert. Lucky Duck Digger. Gotta tell you, sometimes I feel like a lucky duck. Most of the times, not so much. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? Oh my gosh, Anthony. Brooklyn Treasure Hunter, right on. Are you in the deep freeze as well? Because we're like in the midst of the polar vortex and everything is like frozen solid out there. Wow. Anthony, my goodness. Wonderful to see you in my chat. Right on. Absolutely wonderful. Good stuff. What else is going on? The poor folks, not poor as in P-O-O-R, P-O-H-R. Poor Folks Historical Society. Great to have you here. I do appreciate that. Really do. Brooklyn Treasure Hunter says yes, but it's going back into the 30s this week. So like 30s would be like, oh my goodness, like maybe in the pluses, +1, +2, +3 Celsius. Yeah. Lucky Duck Digger says that, well, I'm lucky duck because I am a stage 4 cancer survivor, 20 years in April. Started as Lucky Duck Dreams Quilter. Oh, wow. Good stuff. Continued health. My goodness. Wonderful. Preserving our historical relics. Good stuff. Wow. Good stuff. I have a funny feeling that I've just gone down the list. And if I've missed saying hello to you, then please put an @digging Canuck in the chat. It's going to highlight on my side and I'm going to say, holy smokes, Liz, you forgot to say hello to that person. That's not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. My goodness. I have moved into the upper floors of the house. I have a new studio. I am in a new studio, new light system, new background. Everything was, I spent so much time this week doing the lights and then getting the green screen ready and all that sort of thing. Yeah, I hope you like the background. I hope you do. It was too dark and I thought I will make it a little bit brighter. So, yeah, hope you like that. Right on, right on. Hope the acoustics is better or are better in this room, and the lighting. Yeah, doing what I can. Doing what I can. Right on, right on. Horde of the Rings, looking and sounding good, Liz. Right on, right on. Gotta say, Horde of the Rings. If you follow me on social media, and if you're not, what the heck are you doing? Let's see if I can. I always have problems with this. You can follow me on Instagram. The blue butterfly is Blue Sky. It's kind of like an alternative to Twitter, and then Twitter as well. And on Facebook, I posted a mail call that Horde of the Rings sent, and holy smokes, did you see it? You gotta see it. Go on my social media and check it out. He sent me a Planet of the Apes figure of Cornelius boxed. Oh my gosh, I gotta say, regular viewers, I hope you know by now that I am a Planet of the Apes freak geek. I absolutely love the Planet of the Apes. I love the original series. I've been following the other remakes and that, but I still have all the figures from when I was a kid. I'm not going to tell you how long that was, how long ago that was, but I have all those figures, and now I have, oh my gosh, Cornelius, wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Is anybody? Are Planet of the Apes even relevant these days? Like, I know it's 2025, and I think the original movie came out in, my goodness, was it 69? Could have been 68 or 67. Yeah, but I still have all those original figures. So right on. So now I have Cornelius to add. So there you go. Right on. Good stuff. If you haven't seen that mail call, those mail call pictures, check out my social media, because they're there. Colonel's Collecting and Detecting says, good morning. Looks great. Right on. Yeah, I think that is a new channel. So welcome to you, Colonels. I hope you find your stay pleasant, and yeah, lots of great channels to check out in the chat. So I do appreciate you dropping by. That is absolutely wonderful. What's going on here? I think we're good. Yeah, I have my chat is kind of, I've like minimized it on the right hand corner of my screen, so it like really flies sometimes, and I do miss people coming in, but I'm doing my best. All right, so I think it's time for us to bring our guest on. If Brian, if you'd like to click on that link, I will find the screen, and we'll do some chit-chatting. Let me bring up that screen. There it is. So Brian, yeah, let's do this. Right on. Good stuff. Awaiting Brian joining the stream. When he does, I will click on it, and we'll be talking. If you have any questions, for Brian, I'm going to try something new today. How about, if you can, maybe sending your questions all in caps instead of doing a digging Canuck? One or the other. You can do it at digging Canuck, or just do it all in caps, and hopefully, I don't think the bot will. It says stream not found. Oh God. Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on here. Hang on. All right. Let me send it to you. Let me send you the let me send you the link by email again. Okay, let's try that. Stream not found. I'm streaming right now. Hang on. I'll send it to your CREEK Geek Gmail. How about that? Let's try that. Bear with me. Bear with me. All right. I think I sent it to you. There you go. You should have it. You should have it. Yes. Brian has a great channel. I had the pleasure. Oh. Wow. Anthony, you went detecting with him at Come Out Swinging. How cool is that? That's actually really, really cool. My goodness. Right on, right on. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh boy. Oh boy. We did a test. And everything was fine. The link was fine. Everything worked well. So, yeah. That's what happens when you're live. Stuff happens. Stuff does happen. Hopefully, Brian will come up on the screen. If not, oh my gosh, we're going to have to ad lib it. Ad lib it. Nick, I'm so ready. I'm so ready for spring. Can't take the cold weather anymore. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. -20. And then the wind chill was on top of that. So that was really, we had some crazy numbers last week. Crazy numbers. Didn't go out much, gotta say. Kind of stayed hunkered down. Creek Geek is trying. Brian is trying. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, we can chat. We can chat. Curiosity Detecting says, we're in a whiteout in Ottawa. Seriously? Wow. Crazy. Crazy. Patty, 10 degrees here in Oregon this morning. This is the lowest so far for the winter. 10 degrees. Wow. Wow. That's, my goodness, that's cold. Cold for Oregon. Does Oregon, do you guys like, I know the people in Florida, when it gets really cold, they have to like plug in heaters because they don't have furnaces and stuff that we do up north. So crazy. And then I actually saw some, I guess, videos that cars were just like, I don't know why people try to drive when you've never had like icy roads and stuff like that, but they think that they can drive. They were like sliding all over the place. Craziness. Absolutely craziness. Yeah. I don't see CREEK GEEK popping up on my screen. Oh my gosh, we might have to ad lib. We might have to ad lib. All right, well, can you IM it to me by Facebook? You want me to send it to you by Facebook? Okay, I can do that. I can definitely do that. I will do that. Ron's Dig in the Midwest says, morning all. Good morning, Ron. Thank you very much for joining us. We're just having a couple of technical difficulties. I'm trying to get our guest up on the screen. I will send it by, let me get on Facebook. All right, let me get it. All right. All right, I just sent it to you, so it should be, hopefully, you'll get that soon. All right. Steve said, who's putting snow tires on in Florida? Well, you know what? It might actually be something that some people decide to do, although I don't know. I actually rented a vehicle when my Micra got into was totaled. I had a rental vehicle, and it was from Quebec, and it had snow tires on it, and I gotta say it was really, really loud. Really loud driving with snow tires when there's no snow on the ground. It was really, really loud, and yeah. CREEK Geek says he's in. All right, let us let us, where is he? Where is he? All right. Oh my goodness. Let's bring Brian up onto the stream. Brian, hello. Oh boy. I can see you, but no. I just heard you. Can you hear me?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
You did.
Yeah, there's a
There it goes.
oh, there's an echo though.
I can't hear you though, is the problem.
Oh, oh my gosh. Are you on your, well, I guess if you can't hear me, how am I going to say this? You can't hear me. So I was going to say, are you on your phone? But he's not going to hear me.
Well, I got you playing in my phone and I'm looking through the computer.
How are we going to do that? What? Oh my goodness. Yesterday we were on the computer and it worked. How are we going to do that? Yesterday we were on the computer and it worked. Oh, okay. Can you lower, can you lower the volume on your phone maybe?
Hold on a second. I'm gonna fiddle with something here.
All right, Brian's gonna fiddle. Brian's gonna fiddle. Just so everybody out there knows, we did try this yesterday and it did work.
I'm fiddling.
Okay. Everybody
out
there knows we did try this yesterday.
We did, and it worked fine.
Patty says, "Are you a Creek Geek?" You can tell Patty watches Brian's videos. He says, "Are you a Creek Geek?" You can tell Patty watches Brian's videos. He says, "Are you a Creek Geek?" You can tell Patty watches Brian's videos.
So what do you think? Should I try and get out and come back in? Maybe that'll do it.
Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, I mean, it worked yesterday, so let's try that again. Let's take you out and then come back in. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, I mean, it worked yesterday, so let's try that again. Let's take you out and then come back in.
All right, let's do it.
Like I said, we did try this yesterday and it worked absolutely perfectly. Hey, in the meantime, how do you like my background? Look at that. I tell you, when I have time on my hands, oh my goodness. There seems to be a delay. All right. Someone has an open screen or he needs to flip his phone around. Sometimes the camera will glitch. Yeah. Lucky Duck Digger says Lucky Duck Digger is now a Creek Geek. Right on, right on. You should Photoshop a tiny detectorist into the field in your background. Hey, you know what? That is actually a really, really good deal. Good idea. I will definitely do that. My goodness. Right on, right on. That's a great idea. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's here again. Let's try this.
Hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
I can hear you too.
Hey!
The metal detecting gods has graced us with this blessing.
Right on, wow. Brian. Oh my.
Tough. Why was that so tough?
Wow. You know what? I don't know. Just, you have one little setting and then your microphone or whatever, or somebody said that something about your camera on your phone. I don't know. But here you are.
Well, first and foremost, let me say thank you for having me on. I appreciate that.
Oh my gosh. You're welcome. And I got to say that, after all those videos of, you asking, are you a Creek Geek? Yeah, I thought, you know what? Let's have Brian on.
I guess you finally decided.
Yeah. So welcome. First of all, welcome to the show. And for those in the chat who are not familiar, can you just, a couple sentences, who you are and what you do, and just a little introduction, if you don't mind.
Well, my name is Brian. I am Creek Geek, and if you're a return person, welcome back. I'm being goofy. No, I've been metal detecting. She's pushing 20 years now. I enjoy bottle hunting, looking for native artifacts, and I love being outside and outdoors and just doing outdoorsy stuff. And that is, to me, being a Creek Geek is just just loving being outdoors and just being out there doing your thing.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Now, like I said earlier, your YouTube channel, I have that as a pinned comment. So for everyone watching, please, please, I don't think you want to go there now because we're chatting, but right. Perhaps after the stream finishes, you can go and check out Brian's channel. That would be great. Now, your YouTube channel, I usually read the bios when I have a guest on, and I'm just going to read your bio on your YouTube channel. It says that you are originally from southern New Jersey, currently live in Pennsylvania. I have been enjoying nature for as long as I can remember. And then you said when you were a kid, your uncle used to call you Nature Boy.
Yep, that about sums it up.
Metal detecting since 2007 and native artifact hunting since 2020. I started this channel for my love of nature and finding treasures, which is what you do. You do find lots of treasures. If you don't mind, let's talk about the creek exploring first, if you don't mind.
Okay, not at all.
Okay. Now, what got you started in going into the creeks?
I started watching videos where guys out in I guess Missouri out in the Midwest were just walking in the creeks, and they would just look down and there'd be like a perfect arrowhead just sitting in the creek. And I'm like, is that a thing? I'm like, I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try that around here and see what happens. And I started exploring creeks, and then all of a sudden I started finding stuff, and then Creek Geek was born.
What, does a person need any equipment or anything to get started in detecting not detecting the creeks, but creek exploring?
I mainly a pair of hip waders is probably the best purchase you can have. Hip waders for the colder months, and then maybe a nice pair of water shoes. And you basically just gotta train your eye for what it is you're looking for. Like if you're looking for native stuff, you want to find out what materials they would make tools out of, and train your eye to look for that specific rock or anything like that. And just and marbles and stuff like that too. I find all kinds of crazy stuff in the creek.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Are you so would this be in the walls of the creek, like the embankment, or in the creek, or?
Well, I have a main spot. Now I have a few little spots, but there's a main spot where I find everything from native stuff to coins to marbles, bottles, and some of the stuff is in the banks. Some of the stuff's mixed in the rocks, and sometimes you want to wait till after a big flood, a big storm rolls through, and it just turns everything up. And what happens a lot of times is not only will it you'll see stuff on the surface in the creek, but it dumps into the river, and then there's like a spot in the river where all the stuff's just spread out for you to find. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing.
Because you said it when you first started this, you have to develop an eye. What are you looking for? Are you looking for different colors, or what are you looking for?
Colors, shapes, anything that stands out, maybe like a sharp angle or designs. Just personally, I'm usually looking for anything black or gray are the top two colors that I'm looking for, because I know around here the natives would use quartzite, which is typically a gray color, and if it's been sitting in there for a while, it'll turn black.
Okay. All right.
Well, here I'll give you an example since we're talking about it right now.
Yes.
Now, mind you, there's a little story behind this one. So
There's always a story.
I was so excited with this that I had the camera on me. I could not believe that I even found it. Now I was doing research and looking at maps and trying to come up with an idea, because what I found is where two sources of water meet is a good spot to look for artifacts. So I saw it on the map, found my way there. I'm wandering around for a couple hours, nothing. And on my way out, I looked down. I thought maybe it was a leaf, but I picked it up anyway. And it turned out to be this piece here. And this looks, see how it looks gray? That's quartzite.
Oh.
When I found it was black.
Is that like a spear tip or something?
Yes, that is a spear.
Wow. Let me put you on here. Let me put you on. There you go. Wow.
That's my best. I have not topped that one.
Wow.
I really wish I videoed it, but like I said, I could not believe it.
But you said you videoed your face? Did you have that?
I didn't video anything. I just took a picture.
Oh, yeah. I thought maybe we like could at least see your reaction.
I like it to be organic though. When I find stuff, I don't like to be that person that picks it up like, oh, I don't like to put it back down. You know, I don't like to do that.
I
that's away from it a little bit.
Yeah, show us. You're on full screen here. Show us that spear tip again. But can you put it horizontally? Yeah, a little higher. Oh, beautiful. That's pretty nice. Now, any idea like a how old that is?
Different books you read and different places you research say different things. If I had to guess, I'd say maybe 3,000 to 5,000 years old, somewhere in that range, probably. I know it's archaic period. That's all I know. I don't know the exact details, but it's
3,000 to 5,000.
That's been beaten around in the river for a long time. Yeah.
Wow, and it didn't break.
Yeah, that's wild.
Wow, crazy. That's actually crazy. Holy smokes.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like I'm blessed in some way, because sometimes you ever have that happen when you're out looking for stuff and just all of a sudden you find something that you'd never expect to find in a million years. Like that's happened to me multiple times.
Now, I find that when I'm not really looking for something is when something just pops up.
That does happen sometimes too. I've had that happen too.
Yeah, and I got to say, I think I have put the item back down once, but I did say that I'm recreating the finding of the artifact or coin. I did do that one. I can't remember what it was, but no, I understand what you're saying. The raw emotion, and too bad you didn't get it that time, but the raw emotion of finding something. You know what? You cannot fake raw emotion. I don't care how good of an actor you think you are. You cannot fake that stuff. Cannot.
I want to say, watch the one where I find the axe head. I'm about to cry. It's a little embarrassing, but I get worked up sometimes when it's something that epic, like that I've been looking for a while. It just takes over, you know. What
kind of cameras or filming equipment do you have when you're out there?
I'm a GoPro guy. Now I have mixed emotions about GoPro, because they always have like little quirky things about them. Like sometimes they shut off randomly.
Yeah.
I had a 7 silver I was using, and I just upgraded to an 11, a black 11. So.
Do you wear a specific mount? Like, do you do the thing on your head, or how do you?
Yeah, it's annoying because it weighs me down. But yeah, I have a clip right here on the hat.
Yeah.
And it kind of does one of these numbers right on my glasses. It's not enjoyable, but I like that view. I feel like it, like on the chest, I feel like sometimes your hands get in the way. Things are more accurate.
Yeah, I think the hat view. I've dabbled with it a few times. I just can't perfect it, but there are some people that have really perfected the hat view. I think that's the best view, because I mean, your camera's gonna go exactly where your eyes go, and it's like we're the ones that are finding the artifact.
Right. Puts you like a first person view sort of thing.
Exactly. I mean, yeah. So that's what you use.
Now, I will say it has bit me in the butt a few times where I didn't have the angle right. And then I took the whole video, and the whole video is me talking about something, and you kind of just see the top of my hands.
Yeah.
So
and you know what? Sure. Yeah. And you make such a great find, and then you're all excited, and you go home, you start like looking at the footage, and then it's like, holy smokes, like you cut it or something, or I hate that. I really hate that. Hate it. I hate it. Really hate it. But you know what? That happens because otherwise you have to lug a camera on a tripod, and I don't think that would work for somebody in a creek.
Well, that's why I gotta say, I gotta kind of give a shout out to the Green Mountain Detecting. Like the way he does the camera work is insane. I don't know how many cameras and stuff that guy brings with him, but it's got all the different angles. I would love to do that, but I feel like it's a little too much to lug around with me.
I think Brad has 3 cameras. And he's recently, I guess within the last year, he's added a GoPro to the strap on his backpack. And then he has 2 other cameras that expensive cameras that he uses. But I tell you, I'd hate to lose like a $500 camera because it fell off its mount or something like that. Yeah.
I by accident or something.
Then you would totally see me crying.
Gosh.
Totally see me crying. What is the most common thing that you find in the creek?
Oh, geez. And the most common thing I find in the creek.
Yeah.
Just rusty junk, like nails and stuff like that, and tires, and just because my main creek I go to, I guess it used to be like next to a dump area, I guess, where they dumped car parts and things like that. So it's a lot of car junk usually. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And old junky bottles, cans, rusty stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Now I would imagine that, like you said earlier, the creek that you can keep going to the same creek because it changes after the rain or whatever.
It's funny, you wouldn't realize how much things move around, and unless you have a spot like that. Like after a big storm and flooding, you can just go back to the same spot, and there's new stuff just refreshed every time you go back.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I want to. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The best though is after winter time. For whatever reason, all the flooding and craziness with the snow and everything. You come back in the spring, and it is just there's stuff everywhere.
Now, do you the streams that you said you had waders? Is it like sometimes is it really deep? Like, have you ever gone like under the water to get something or?
I've never had to go that deep. There are a few spots where you got to be, where it's close to going over the hip waders, but typically you don't want to really hunt in there anyway. Because if you make a wrong step or, and trying to get something in there, now I'll walk through it and like look, and if I see anything, then but I haven't spotted anything that deep yet to really, jump on it yet.
I would imagine, if water gets in your waders, you're kind of up the creek without a paddle.
Now, granted, there is a spot along the river where there's an ancient Native American fish weir. I think I've told you about this before, but it's where they form like a triangle. Yeah. Where like they filter the eels. Well, it's built up by rocks. There's a spot like that in the river. I actually want to kayak out there in the summertime. And like swim down and look for stuff with like snorkels, like a snorkel and goggles. I think that'd be a cool video to do.
That would really be cool. That would really be cool. Have you ever come across while you were detecting the creek, you ever come across another person doing the same thing that you were doing?
I can't say I have.
Oh, no. Really?
No, I have not.
That's a good thing for you.
I'm pretty secretive with my locations. I never ran into anybody.
Really? Do you have some stuff handy there that you can show us? Some of your cool creek finds that you can show us, and I'll put you on the main camera.
Okay. Well, this one was last year. It was actually at a metal detecting event. Come Out Swinging. I don't know if anybody's familiar with it. I'd imagine some of you are.
I think Brooklyn treasure hunter Anthony said that he detected with you at Come Out Swinging.
Yeah, he's been on a couple of them, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So I was at a spot, and I was just metal detecting, and I noticed a creek. So of course, me being CREEK GEEK, you got to go down the creek. So I went down in there. I wasn't getting any signals. I wasn't really finding anything. And I looked down and I saw something white kind of in the distance, and I kind of had a suspicion of what it was. So I started recording. And that's what was there. If you guys can see that.
Wow. Can you lift it up a little bit more so that's kind of, beard. Yeah. Perfect. Wow.
That is quartz right there. That's milky quartz.
Oh my gosh. Is that an arrow tip?
It's an arrowhead.
Yep. Wow. That's real. What does your research tell you how old that is? I know that could be hard. That could be hard.
Honestly, I have no idea. Like, I mean, you can kind of guess based upon the shape of what the type might be, but I'm honestly, with this particular one, I have no idea. I'm
Wow,
just
that's crazy.
thankful that I stumbled
Wow,
across
and it's
it.
got a beautiful tip. Can you pop it up there again? It's got a beautiful tip on it, and you know what?
This one's like flawless. It's like he dropped it right after he made it.
Yeah, it kills me that these things are like moving around in the creek, hitting stones or whatever, and it looks like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Look at that tip. Yeah, that'll still kill today. Yeah.
Frederick Romano says, I was there. Oh, I can't put it up on. Let me put that. There you go. Frederick Romano says, I was there when you found that, Brian. Oh, was he the person that walked by it? Was that Frederick?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure who it was. Somebody commented about they were down in that same creek.
Oh,
but yeah, I showed it to everybody. Everybody saw that. Yeah,
I would hope so.
Wow. I only found a button that day, but that arrowhead was the find of the day for me.
Mm-hmm. Wow, craziness. My
what
goodness.
I want to do is my main spot. I really want to get my because I think I told you I just got the NOKTA triple score. I want to take that down in the creek and see what I can find with that.
That is actually a great segue into let's talk metal detecting. If you don't mind, how did you get involved? How did you get involved in metal detecting? Because it sounds like that came before the creek walking. So tell us a little about, like, you know, how you got into it.
Well, let's start in the beginning. I've always had an interest in coins, so that's what kind of sparked it. And my grandmother growing up, she had like a stash of silver coins. She showed me one day, and I thought they were the coolest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
And later on, we were at this auction in New Jersey. It's called the Berlin auction, and there's a coin guy who sells coins.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm checking out the coins, like, these are so awesome. I was like, where do these even come from? He's like, oh, sometimes they're in old furniture. And then there's people that, they go out with metal detectors and they find them in the dirt. And I'm like, really? And then shortly after, I bought my first metal detector.
What was that? The first one?
My first was a bounty hunter for sure. I think it's called a bounty hunter, treasure hunter, or gold something.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I think a lot of people start out with the bounty hunters.
Yep.
I think I don't know why, but yeah, I did too. So there you go.
Here's the thing, though. I'd say maybe 6 months after that, I upgraded to I think I had a Garrity's 250.
Mm-hmm.
Then I jumped right in the mine lab. And I was mine lab for a while, and then NOKTA took over, so now I'm a NOKTA guy.
So yeah, I've seen in your posts and in your videos as well that you are currently swinging the NOKTA triple score. What do you think about that initially? Like, what have you found a difference between what you've been using? What have you got to say about the NOKTA triple score?
Typically, when I first get a metal detector, I'm a little intimidated because you don't really know what to expect out of a metal detector. I will say with this, it's not, there's a time frame where you're really trying to feel things out.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And you're not finding much.
Mm-hmm.
I've already found my first silver coin with this thing, a 1700s coin with it. And I just got it. Like November, I think? November, I just got it. And I think I was on one of your things in Facebook, and I was asking about the triple score, and somebody commented how they put the small coil on and they couldn't take it off.
Yes.
That's where I'm at right now. I put it on. I cannot take the thing off.
Yes.
Stuff with it.
The what is it? I guess it would be the SC24.
Okay.
Yeah. That I have, like, every NOKTA detector that I have, I put the 24 coil on it, and I've never taken it off except when I'm in a wide open field. I do put on the standard coil that comes with the LG30 or the SC30, whatever. But I don't think you're going to, and especially where you detect in the creeks, I think that's the best coil for that.
I'm telling you, I had it in the farm field. That's where I found a 1700s coin.
Wow.
I've had it in the woods in the wintertime over leaves and everything, and I'm finding all kinds of stuff in there. I just found like a silver ring and all kinds of stuff in the woods. Wow. I've had it everywhere, and the small coil is just amazing to me. The depth, the sensitivity, the separation. It's I don't know. I don't know that I want to take it off.
Don't Yeah, don't change your mojo at all. Don't do anything to affect it. Hey, David Frazier says, welcome to the 1700s Club.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Now, I've actually been a member of the 1700s Club, but it's my first 1700s coin with the NOKTA.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, silver in my first 1700s with the NOKTA. I've never found a silver 1700s coin, but I've got a few coppers under my belt.
Yeah. Oh, right on, right on. What is your metal detecting, the best find you've ever made metal detecting? Doesn't matter if you made it a long time ago, you made it recent. What would you say is, because people are going to ask, what's your best find?
Can I do like a top couple?
Sure. Sure.
It's hard to just pick just one.
Sure.
I'm gonna kind of spoil it right here and say most of them are coins.
Okay.
My top three right now, an 1805 draped bus quarter, which the homeowner kept. So my heart, the detail on this thing was like freaking mind blowing. I easily over $1,000 worth of coin right there.
Get out.
Yeah, and I mean the homeowner kept it. I get it; it's your property, but I mean she told us we could keep anything we found.
Wow.
But I think she saw that and kind of like, whoa. That was the end of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then at another again come out swinging event, I found an 1801 draped bus dime. And that blew my mind too. That was another one. And then here's one before I actually had a channel.
Before you had a channel.
Before I even had a channel, I found this one in New Jersey.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys can see that or not.
Oh, is that a large cent?
That's a Liberty Cap large cent, 1794.
Wow.
I honestly don't know that I could find another one in
Spin
that
it around. Spin it around. Oh my God, that's beautiful on that side.
The back end's not as nice.
Yeah, that's usually the way it is.
The side that was like getting all the corrosion.
Yeah.
You can see the details, but I'm afraid to do anything to it. So this is the way I dug it.
What have you done to it? Like, do you brush it off or toothpick or anything like that?
I haven't. I like maybe with my fingers, like got the dirt off and then put it in a capsule, and it's been in capsule ever since.
That is absolutely. When you tilt it, you can see the crown. That's beautiful.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. That's craziness.
That was one of those moments. I stopped and I was like looking in the bushes, like waiting to see like a friend, like, I got you. Like, you know what I mean? Like I had no freaking, like I would never in a million, this was in the middle of a walking path that I had walked down like a bajillion times and a bajillion other people did. And it just, 3-4 inches under the ground and bam.
Yeah. Those, you know what? Those walking paths and like that today are just like trails in the woods or whatever. There's some amazing stuff in those walking paths.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Crazy.
I was really shocked. All right, you ready for the next one? This is I guess this is my
Let
fourth.
me hang on here. Hang on. I want to say welcome to Sweet Digs. Hopefully we will be detecting soon. I know we both have like life stuff going on, but hopefully we'll be out there. So right on. All right, you're up on the screen. Show me what you got. Oh.
You see that?
Yeah.
It's a Pennsylvania and Reading.
Oh my God.
Philadelphia and Reading, Pennsylvania railroad lock.
Wow. I've never found a railroad padlock like that. Oh my God, that's beautiful.
Now, let me flip it around for you real quick. This mechanism back here that blocks the thing it still has a spring on it. If this thing had a key, it would still freaking work.
Did you clean that or just like lightly clean it? You're kidding me.
This is how it came out of the ground.
You know what? That was very nice ground.
Right?
Well, yeah, I mean, really, like, no, that looks beautiful. Was that in the woods or something?
This was in the woods. Yeah, it was under some leaves.
Yeah.
Because me and two other buddies, we were in the woods and we weren't really finding much. And we hit one little patch. I had a good signal. I dug it up. It was a Liberty Cap large cent, rough shape.
Wow.
And a few feet from that next signal, it was this lock.
Wow. You know what? The woods is so underestimated. People don't go into the woods. The woods doesn't have fertilizer, doesn't have anything like that. The leaves and it creates such a great soil, for lack of better word, or lack of anything better, that is so And that's why I said it was nice soil. The soil in the woods is just so wonderful to relics and to coins too. Oh my gosh, wonderful.
Sometimes there are some spots around here where I notice like the mineral, whatever the minerals are in the ground, tend
Well,
to eat away
okay,
at the
all right,
coins.
that's true.
But
That's true.
there's other spots where I've had luck like this. Like I'm like in love with this thing. Like I might get this thing tattooed on my body. This design here is so neat to me.
That is that's an incredible find. Like that
Yeah,
right there. That would make my day. Oh my God, that would make my year. That's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, that blew me away.
Craziness. That is craziness. Somebody in the Curiosity Detecting says that is crying worthy.
Wow. Thanks. Appreciate that.
It is. Somebody asked as well. Hoard of the Rings said, Brian, how do you treat old copper coins you dig?
Well, that all depends. If it looks pretty good, I'm very, very careful. Now obviously in the field, you kind of brush it on your leg to try and see what it is. I might hit it with a soft toothbrush to check it out. When I get home, depending on how it's looking. Well, there was one coin I dug up in New Jersey. It was an 1813 large cent, and you could make out the detail on it, but it looked like it was just crustified on the top. So I did some research, and apparently there's a technique with hydrogen peroxide.
Oh.
And the coin in the condition it was that I dug it up, it would have been worthless. But what I did, you heat up the hydrogen peroxide for a few seconds, drop the coin in, and it creates this. Don't breathe the stuff in; it's not good for you. And you can't don't use industrial. I'm not giving anybody any ideas here. Don't blow up your house or something.
Yeah.
But this thing came out beautiful just from being in the hydrogen peroxide like that.
Really?
So again, if it looks like, you know what I mean, if it looks like there's no value to it, then maybe try that out and see if it does something. But if it's like a nice looking coin, I wouldn't risk doing that, because it does darken up the coin.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to put like Vaseline or something on it to keep it moist, because it dries it out and darkens it. But I was actually able to save that coin, the details on it.
Wow. So I just want to say that the opinions expressed by the CREEK Geek are those of the CREEK Geek. Exactly. I mean, bottom line is it is your coin. If you want to, when you dig up a coin, people rub silver all the time. You know what? That's their coin. That's their business. We're not here to judge. My goodness, far from that. It's your coin. But perhaps a little research into if it's a key date or anything like that, or a very high value coin, you might want to think twice. But the bottom line, it's your coin. You want to do that? Go ahead. I just want to say that, you hear all these things. Oh, people, methods. And I had somebody say something about cooking something in the oven and stuff. I tried that. Absolutely ruined my coin. But caveat emptor. Let the buyer beware. This is just, Brian's just telling you what worked for him may or may not work for you. I
don't do that with every coin. Like I said, at that particular one, it looked like there was detail underneath the crustification there, and I took a gamble and it worked out. It doesn't always work out. Lucky
Duck Digger says, don't rub the coin in your head every time. Exactly. You hear people saying, don't rub it, but then sometimes you're just like, I want to know what the year is on that coin.
Well, see, like I didn't know, like when I was kind of like new to the whole, like I've never found a super rare old coin up to this point. I found an 1805 quarter. Man, I rubbed it because I didn't know what it was. It looked like a copper coin at first because of the dirt on it. Man, people just tore me apart in the comments when I posted that video. They were just, oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Because I rubbed it to look at it. I didn't know what I had.
Then again, it's your coin. You know what? Go right ahead. I mean, really, what's really your coin?
So can I show my favorite non-metal detecting find yet?
Oh my God, no! Let me pop you up on the big screen here. All right, you got the big screen out to yourself.
What I'm doing. You already know.
I'll pretend like. Oh my goodness.
Now, when you find something like that you've been looking for a while, and you kind of sometimes you might lose it. I lost it for this one. I can't go somewhere, on a chat and then not show this thing.
Wow. And that is, for those people that don't know what that is, I'll let you tell them.
That is it's a full groove axe head. This was worked by ancient man
Wow.
and made into a tool, likely used to work on wood and possibly in battle. Who knows?
I would think in battle, probably, yeah, a little saber-toothed tiger got a kabump on it.
Yeah, it's possible.
Wow.
That's my number one. Yeah.
You know, I'm going to ask you, how old what's your research say that's possible? Possible. I mean, we're not archaeologists, but.
Again, I'm not an expert by any means, but based upon the research that I've done, it was crafted probably shortly after the last ice age.
Jeez.
Which that's when they started making more permanent structures and crafting, you know, bigger things with wood. So that would the oldest it could be 6,000 years before Christ.
Man.
Yeah. In Pennsylvania, mind you. Pennsylvania.
Pop that up there. Pop that up there again. Pop that up there. Show us again. That's crazy. Somebody said that Fred Flintstone chopped wood with that axe. That's crazy. And tell us where you found it, how you found it. What tell us the story of you finding that.
Okay, so it was January of last year when I found this piece. It was actually fairly mild. I was heading to a spot where a buddy of mine had recently passed away. He did a lot of digging. I was never really into digging, but a few times at his spot where he dug after a rain, you could go and actually find stuff, you know, in the dirt from where he dug.
Oh, so okay, so is this
washing things off?
Is this a field?
It's in the woods. It's a spot he was
okay.
digging in the woods to dig up artifacts.
Okay, all right.
Like I said, I never had a whole lot of luck, but I wanted to meander in there and see if I could find something. So I spent hours all day in the rain trying to find something. Didn't find much. Found a little bit of a broken point. A few days later, I decided to go metal detecting in my farm field permission. I was metal detecting in the farm, and the edge of the field, there's houses, and the one house, the lady always lets her dog out loose, and the dog, of course, rah, rah, barking, carrying on. So it pushed me deeper into the field, and I ended up in an area where the rain from the days prior had washed all the rocks and everything out, and it was just sitting there right on top of the dirt, just right in the face.
Wow.
And like I said, it kind of felt like it was almost like a gift from my friend or something, or like, I see you trying hard to you know what I mean?
I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you're saying. You know what? Sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes stuff happens.
The universe is how I put it. It was just like the universe. It works in mysterious ways. Yes.
Exactly. Brian, do you dabble in any other forms of treasure hunting? Like, have you tried magnet fishing or bottle? I think you mentioned bottles.
Well, I actually bought a cheapo magnet a few years back. I think I threw it in somewhere once or twice. I've never really gotten into it. I have a few spots I want to hit, but I want to invest in a better magnet.
Okay.
The bottle dumps and stuff, I do.
Yeah.
I find marbles and bottles, and I find that stuff all the time. That's a big one for me.
Now, is there a particular coin? Because you said you like the coins. Is there a coin that has eluded you? You just haven't found, but you hope to find?
Oh yeah. Well, obviously, probably like everyone on the planet, I'd like to find a gold coin. But the one that I feel like everyone around me finds, I don't know if have you ever heard, who Philip the Knox is? You ever heard that name, Philip the Knox?
No.
Well, he metal detects for a while he was on Metal Detecting NYC's channel with Meryl.
Oh, okay.
And actually at one point I got together with both of them, and we went on a couple of hunts together. Well, me and Phil we're buddies, so sometimes we go out and do stuff together. But we all met up, and we're on a permission. And 30 feet away from me, he yells, "Hey, check this out!" And I go over, and he has a giant Spanish silver coin he just pulled out of the ground, like 30 feet from me.
Out.
Yeah, that's my white whale right there. I cannot find a Spanish silver coin to save my life, and I feel like everyone around me keeps finding them. And no matter what I do, I can't find it.
You know what? Maybe karma's gonna make you find that that coin one day.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Do you belong to any metal detecting clubs or anything around you? Anything like that?
I'm a member of the Boyertown Relic Recovery Club, Boyertown, Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
It's run by Robert Thiessen. He's the guy who runs the coming out swinging events.
Ah, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. How can kind of wrapping things up here today? How can people stay aware or follow your treasure hunting? Like, do you have social media links, or where can they follow you?
Well, obviously here YouTube, it's at CREEK GEEK. I'm on Instagram. It's @_CREEK GEEK. And then I'm on Facebook too. It's CREEK Geek.
Mm-hmm. Right on. Good stuff. I don't know why it's been this long for me to get, well, probably because I didn't stream for a year, but I am so very happy that you joined me today, and that wow, you know what, just seeing that axe is just that's just incredible. And you said you had that on video, correct?
I did. Yeah, that's
is that where you cried or almost cried?
Yes, that's where I almost cried. I was about to lose it. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm videoing this together.
so they can see that on your YouTube channel.
Yes, absolutely.
Wonderful. Yep. Yeah, I just want to say thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much for inviting me out. This has been a long time coming. Like I went on the what was it, Treasure Talk with you, but yeah, I should have been on this a long time ago. So thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Right on. So everybody check out his channel. I have it pinned as a pinned comment. Check out Brian's channel and watch a couple videos. Do you do shorts?
I do.
You can, if you don't have much time, watch some of his shorts. Give them a like and leave a little comment. And then after you subscribe, that way YouTube won't kick you out and think that you're a bot or anything like that. So yeah, right on. Brian,
thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, bye-bye. Take care.
See you guys.
Wow. Great interview. Hey, Bird Dog, Chris, right on. Thanks for joining us, Chris. Right on. I always say this, if you, and I'm talking to everybody out there, if you would like to be a guest on a future show, send me an email. I'm going to pop it up there for like a couple seconds. Send me an email. I'll make it happen. And if you have a favorite YouTuber, or maybe, they're not on YouTube. If you have a favorite detectorist or treasure hunter that you'd like to see me chat with, send me an email, and I'll try to make it happen. If you have any pull with that guest, do your best and let's get them on the show, because I would appreciate it. In 2 weeks, I will have Hoard of the Rings on as a guest. Next week will be a regular Treasure Hunter Variety Hour. So, that the big part of the show is show and tell. So if at any point during this week you find something really, really cool that you would like to share with the folks, send an email, diggingcanuck@gmail.com. If you just, you're out and about, daily routine, and you see something that's really cool, it does not have to be treasure hunting related, take a picture of it and send it into the show. I want to thank you all for joining me today. My name is Liz, and I will definitely catch you next week. Until next week, enjoy the rest of your day, and happy hunting. Right on.